Alrighty then, we're live. Can you hear me? Caden Shrewsbury. Ken. Alrighty. Welcome, everybody. I think it's just two of us right now. Oh, there's three of us. Woo! Dustin Dandridge, nice to see ya. Okay, so welcome to the April giveaway for Pulse-Fired Gaming. We're going to be giving away this magnificent vessel. Actually, not this one specifically, but the one that we will 3D print for you. We don't normally give away our showpieces, especially since the engines on this one are all kind of messed up, but that's okay, because the one that we are sending out is the same one that we're sending out to our Etsy customers, which is a flawless one for Star Wars Armada. It comes with the ship and a large Star Wars Armada stand, which looks like this. We'll take these Ton Forks off of the board here real quick. We'll grab our large stand and set it right on there. Boop. Just like that. Alrighty. So the way that we normally do this is we give a brief preface of what's been going on. We read out the entries and then we draw using the commentpicker.com website, and then we sign off later. Alex Pearson says, I wasn't first today. You know what? You were probably first yesterday when this was actually supposed to happen. We won't go into why it didn't happen, but it didn't happen. It was very sad. Okay, so what's going on with us? We have just published a few videos regarding we just published a video regarding one of our recent releases, which was the slightly used Spaceship Yard Assault Frigate Mark II. We have been going on social media about the Gideon's Command Cruiser, the Sussy Y8, and then we're planning on getting some stuff ready, like, for instance, the Tom Falk and the Resin Engine, or the Ethan Leroy Venator, as well as future contests like the Secular class and the Allegiance class, which here's an Allegiance next to an official, well, not an official, a Star Wars Armada scale Imperial Star Destroyer. It's not that much bigger, but the Armada scale one that Resin Engine produced, I think, meets the needs of most people. Let me see if we can visualize. This one's 206 millimeters, and this one is 220. So this is one in like 7900 scale, and this is one in 10,000 scale. All right. Here is the slightly used Spaceship Yards Assault Frigate Mark II with the shark tail, and then the hangar front. And what else? What else? Caden says he was second yesterday and was first today. Yeah, Caden, we're glad you showed up. We're also... there are 3 sets of ships that we're going to need our viewers' help deciding on what to offer in our store. We have a DP-20, we have a CR-92 Assassin, and then we have the Charger, the C-70 Charger, that we need to make a decision on which variant we're going to offer in our store. These two C-70s were designed by Tom Utar from Utar Games and Designs. This one is from Resin Engine. When we do actually offer these officially, they will be correctly scaled. So these two will be actually these are the same ship. Hold on a second. We're actually talking about that one. So whenever they do go up on sale, whatever we end up choosing, this one will be scaled the same as this one. So it'll be slightly longer, and then this one will be scaled to the same ratio that we scaled this one at. So we'll figure out what we're going to offer on there. What else? I don't know. We haven't set it up yet, but we do need to get the Mob Quit medium transport listed on our Etsy store and do a video on it. That'll be a short, if we can figure out shorts. Shorts has not been fantastic. I don't have all of the DP20 variants that we'll be voting on to see which one gets offered, but this is one such variant. I can tell you right away that this one won't be the one that we offer. The ones that we will offer will be closer to, say, this one, which we kit bashed for O'Neill Creations, but we won't be selling this one on our store. If you're an O'Neill Creations Patreon, you can get that one for free or for the cost of their Patreon. The one that we offer on our Etsy store will be from Utar Games and Designs. Okay. We also have upcoming, we have the CC 9600, and then the earlier variant, the CC 7700, which is a frigate, and then the 7700E, which is an interdictor. And then eventually and this is another future one that we haven't quite decided how to get it in yet, but we'll be offering the this is the Utar Games and Designs MC83, the winged version, and I'm trying to see if I have the MC83 non-winged version. It should be around here somewhere, but I'm not seeing it. And we will offer these as a mandate or a mediator proxy to go alongside the Allegiance. So, lots of really fun things coming up in the store, on YouTube. We'll eventually get the Martin Teichel Stargate ships out. The BC 303, 304. We already have the Hatak up, but we haven't got anything else up from him yet. We do eventually need to get the Procure Satyr out from Resin Engine. We'll see just about how we get that out. I don't know how many people are going to be interested in that specific ship because it's kind of a niche ship, but we like it, so we want to get it listed. So, that is all the things that we have been doing. So let's move to the next part, which is analyzing the yeah, there we go. Is there a reason why this isn't showing up? Hey, there we go. And it's actually the right size. It doesn't look very high quality, but it's good size. So this is the YouTube Random Comment Picker website. Actually, can we see if we can get this to actually look good? I don't know if it's actually going to look good. I'm not exactly sure why. I'm really not good at this. It makes me sad, but, you know, it is what it is. So, let's read the comments first. Just go into the YouTube channel and... Man, this is really garbage. Okay, so, A Single Great Armada. His entry, and this entry is actually fairly common for all the other entries that go on here, is... I still love the original Dune. It had such a distinct atmosphere to it, and it had built a rich sci-fi world. And then Joel Putnam responded, "Is that the one with the space worm dude that makes a big cylindrical ship warp places?" I said, "One of them. Sometimes he's a space worm, sometimes he's a cocaine butterfly." referring to the early 2000s miniseries from Sci-Fi Channel. Voidfish, who is a actual wonderful contributor in the Star Wars Armada Reddit, on the Discord channel, on the YouTube, or on the Facebook page. He's a pretty cool guy. Wonderful paint job, man. Personally, my favorite sci-fi movie is Rogue One. It's got a lot of eye candy all over the place. Plus, come on! The hallway scene is probably the best scene of all of Star Wars. And you can't really argue with that. Dr. Boring said, honestly, my favorite science fiction movie is tied between Revenge of the Sith and Transformers Dark Side of the Moon. I love the stakes and action of both movies. And those are both very, very entertaining movies. Antonio said, for the entry, I have to go with classic answer, Interstellar. I watch the movie at least once a year, and it still hits me in the feels. And man, I love that movie. It makes me cry a little bit, but I love it. Christopher Generalis said, besides the Star Wars movies, I love the Matrix trilogy. This is an awesome print. I'll be envious of whoever wins it. Antonio also said, I love the Malevolence from a mile away. And I was like, hey man, what's your favorite movie? And then he said Interstellar and then Contact. Dustin Dandridge, which I think, Dustin, you're here, right? Yeah, you're here. What a great model. This would look awesome fighting against my Republic Mandator. My favorite sci-fi movie, apart from Star Wars, is probably Independence Day. Caden. Hi, Caden. One of my favorite one of my fave sci-fi movies is probably Life. It's a good movie, plus the whole alien thing, which it thinks the humans are threatening, is rather intense. I haven't watched Life yet, but I understand it's like a reverse Alien movie, like Alien, the Ridley Scott movie. Guillaume Barnaby, I think that's how you say his last name, said it's a beautiful ship, kept me in for the giveaway. My favorite sci-fi is the old Star Wars, but I really like Predator and Aliens world as well. Cheers. Yeah, I love... if anyone knows me in person, they know that I'm a big fan of the Alien expanded universe, as it were. There's a YouTube channel named Alien Theory who goes through not just all the books and the movies and the lore and stuff like that, but he did a very deep dive on the Earth War comic book series that was done for Aliens, and it is fantastic. I love it. The guy has a good narrating voice, and I think he's a really good guy. Let's see here. Sebastian Offenberg said, the first I ever watched, my personal favorite was the original Blade Runner, unparalleled for me. And man, Blade Runner, I remember seeing Blade Runner for the first time, and I didn't get it until I was an adult. And when I watched it as an adult, man, did I fall in love with that movie. Chris St. Martin says, the Last Starfighter was pretty epic back in the 80s. The Last Starfighter, I think, was, in my opinion, was pretty epic for a lot of reasons. Not just the fact that it was a cool sci-fi movie, but the way that it pushed 3D rendering, or CGI, basically. Okay, Gab Nedo, or Ned06. That's an awesome showcase. My favorite sci-fi would be Starship Troopers for its gory allegory vibes, but the best space fantasy universe is Star Wars for sure. Great giveaway. Would absolutely love to be the winner. Keep up the good work. I like Starship Troopers. The movie, the original Starship Troopers movie, is really not what the book is about, but it's very good. I'm excited because I listen to a lot of audiobooks with my day job. Ignore that sound, that was Etsy. And one of my favorite audiobook narrators, who is R.C. Bray, is going to be, they're releasing, reading Starship Troopers, the book, and that comes out this month, so I'm very excited about that. Or this next month, in May. Dave Gazaniga, yep. For the entry, before seeing Dune, I would have said Star Wars, but Dune was just a masterpiece, so Dune it is. I wonder if he means David Lynch's Dune, or Denis Villeneuve's Dune, because both of those are just chef's kiss. Let's see here. Nacho Pie said, for me, one of my favorite sci-fi movies that I've seen since I was a little kid was Star Trek VI: The Undiscovered Country. It's a classic and still one of my favorite sci-fi and Star Trek movies. Let me tell you, man, I remember if you're from Oregon, if you're from the Portland area, like Alex Pearson used to be, and I grew up there. I remember going to Lloyd Center in downtown Portland with my family. We had stopped by a grocery store and bought some illicit bootleg candy that we were going to go in and eat while we watched that movie. And it was just such a treat to be able to sit there and watch that with both my parents, who also were huge sci-fi people. It's no accident that I'm a huge sci-fi nerd, because my parents were both huge sci-fi nerds as well. And The Undiscovered Country is one of those movies that definitely brings back the feels for me. Wilco Heinrichs said, fantastic sculpt, going with Lynch's Dune. Best regards from Germany. Mr. Kitty said, Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Awesome model, by the way. And all of your guys' praise for the model should be going to the sculptor Ethan Leroy, who sells the STLs on Resin Engine if you're interested in printing it yourself, or you can buy the prints for them either from Resin Engine, or we would prefer you buy it from us, because that's how we fund our wonderful addiction here. Codex of Wisdom says, picking a favorite sci-fi is hard. Probably would have to go with Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. That's another one that I have a fond memory of because of who I watched it with. We were doing something with my buddy Brett, and we were in Idaho for some reason, and we stopped at a movie theater in Idaho and decided to watch that movie on the way home. It was great. Taigia 527 says, I almost hate to say it because I love my love of Star Wars, but my favorite sci-fi movie is Star Trek VI. It's got a little bit of everything: action, intrigue, drama, assassination, a prison break, court scene, great space fight at the end. Yeah, I'm down for it. I'm down for it. And then here's Alex Pearson's entry. Alex said, my favorite sci-fi other than Star Wars is probably Kurt Russell's 1990 masterpiece Soldier, which may be part of the Blade Runner and Alien universe. Who knows? Groove Dude said, beautiful model. Enter me as well. I really love Star Wars, and the universe keeps growing. Tom Brown says, man, so many to choose from. Might be a bit cliche, but my favorite has been Rogue One and Solo. You know, I think Rogue One got a huge... not Rogue One. I think Solo got a huge... Like, it got played dirty by Disney and by... You know, because, you know, you can't expect every movie to hit $1 billion in revenue. That's kind of... That kind of assumption, I think, leads to bad movie making. But Solo was completely entertaining, and I thought Alden Ehrenreich was a great young Han Solo. And, you know, Donald Glover is Donald Glover, and everything he does is magical. But the whole movie was great. Let's see here. Where are we at? Kess Schuler says, honestly, Star Wars in general is a fave, specifically Rogue One? ? I guess? ? But moving beyond that, I'd probably say the original Blade Runner. It's problematic, yes, and I dislike Cyberpunk, but it's an iconic classic and the aesthetic is incredible. Definitely agree with that on the aesthetic point. It's funny that he says he dislikes Cyberpunk, but he calls out the aesthetic because Cyberpunk is really an aesthetic, right? Okay. Yes, Henry Rodriguez says, yes, the malevolence. God, even the name is intimidating and evil, and it provokes the same fanboy behavior as the Federal Corvette does for me. For my entry, I would like to submit Tenet, a beautiful masterpiece that actually goes much deeper than most people could understand, let alone understand the time travel mechanics and plot of the movie. I haven't seen Tenet because I got turned off by the reviews that the audio was inconsistent, and I need to get over that and watch it because I like Christopher Nolan and I should support the things that he does if I like him. Trooper 6012, my face sci-fi movie is District 9. Drips with aesthetic and an interesting setting. District 9 was fantastic. It promised to keep being fantastic in a sequel, and then I think I'm not exactly sure why they didn't follow through with that. It's probably a money thing, but maybe we'll see it again. Who knows? Holden Wood, and we're almost done here, guys. Holden Wood said, my favorite sci-fi movie has to be Aliens. It's very hard to choose and decide. Sci-fi has to be my favorite genre. Grant Herbert, favorite sci-fi movie has to be Revenge of the Sith for me. Heather Owen said, if we count Star Wars, as some would argue it's space fantasy, then Empire Strikes Back. If not, probably Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan. Star Trek II had that very satisfying, like, submarine feel for their starship combat, and it was great. You kind of get that in Age of Sail movies like Master and Commander, which if you haven't seen Master and Commander and you like ship battles and the dynamics of a captain and his crew, watch Master and Commander. It's a long movie, it'll put you to sleep, but it's a fantastic movie, and it's based on some amazing books. Ardent Academic says, this is a hard one since there are so many, but since I have to choose, it would be Star Wars A New Hope, directly followed by Rogue One, or as I like to call it, Episode 3.9. He's got a good point there. Great model from Hope Kuma. Great model. My favorite sci-fi movie is Blade Runner. David Brooks says, no surprise here, but the pre-Disney Star... Excuse me. The pre-Disney Star Wars, I watch episodes 1 to 6, if not twice a year. My Ken Wang said my favorite sci-fi movie is The Fifth Element, and The Fifth Element is so good. I don't have a Federation destroyer within its arm's reach, but that's one of my favorite ships in sci-fi as well. Okay. Jeremy Courtney says, Aliens is the best science fiction movie. Aliens versus Marines, no contest. For the best one, game over, man. Okay. Joel Putnam. Oh, no, go back. Oh, what have we done? Stop that. I swear I don't do this for a living. I think that shows. That's okay. Who? Me? What? Rogue One? When? I don't know. Like 2019? Where? A galaxy far away? Why? MC-75, that's why. How? My chronic addiction to capital ships in sci-fi media. I also don't have an MC-75 within its arm's reach, but I've got one that I'm going to be selling as a proxy eventually. Bold and Spicy says, A New Hope for sure. Dark Minstrel, you don't make it easy to answer, do you? Dark Minstrel, I think you're still in chat, maybe. Who knows? If I had to pick one, They Live. And man, Roddy Piper and his bubblegum, man, it's a fantastic choice. Captain Daniel said Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith, which I have to agree, Revenge of the Sith is definitely the best of the prequel movies. It's no contest with the prequel movies. Tom Gray says Revenge of the Sith easily. He also asked if you have to be here to win. And this is an important thing to note since we're just about at the end of the reading the things. If you want to claim your prize that you win, I'm looking at you, Dark Minstrel, and Brian C., who didn't pick up his mandator. Please email us at info@pulsefired.com with proof of your subscription and your shipping information so we can send you the things that you actually win. We would appreciate that. But yeah, so that was Tom Gray's entry, the Revenge of the Sith, and then the last entry was first Wow with Owen Wilson face, second Blade Runner, love the new one too. All right, guys, so those are the entries. and we appreciate everyone who entered. We have already shot the video for the May giveaway. We just are editing it, making sure that it actually works. So we will get on that as soon as we can. Okay, so we're gonna go in here to YouTube commentpicker.com or commentpicker.com, and we're gonna go include replies to comments, filter duplicate users, and then we are going to hit get YouTube comments. It should read 38, and we're gonna pull it. It's going, it's going, it's going. It's Captain Daniels. Star Wars Episode 3, Revenge of the Sith. Captain Daniels, please email us with proof that you're a subscriber to our channel and your shipping information so we can send you a printed copy of this ship right here and a large Star Wars Armada stand. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. We will send you the ship as long as the United States Postal Service will deliver it or send it to one of their partners for delivery. Everyone else, thank you so much for entering. Your support with our YouTube channel and your support with our Etsy store, for those of you who have been our Etsy customers, have been utterly fantastic. We love doing this. We love being a part of the community, and hopefully we'll see y'all next time. Just a reminder, you can enter every time. I think next time we're thinking about doing something else with like Gleam.io or something like that, trying to make sure that we actually get the contact with the people who win, because we seem to have a problem getting the winners to actually contact us. But in the meantime, thank you very much everybody for watching. Subscribe for more content in the future. We'd love to see you back, and have a great day.